Hello friends, and welcome to another edition of Bronco Sports Weekly. I'm Sean Fagan. We had a lot of action in Bronco land last week, so let's get right to the recap. Men's basketball advanced to the semifinal round of the 2013 MAC tournament at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, defeating the Eastern Michigan Eagles 70-55 on Thursday before falling to the Ohio Bobcats on Friday. Freshman Darius Paul averaged 15 points and 5.5 rebounds per game at the tournament and shot 11 of 15 from the field. That's efficiency, folks. Shane Whittington poured in 23 points in the game against the Eagles. Bronco softball concluded their stay at the Fighting Illini Invitational on a strong note, defeating the Loyola Chicago Ramblers 8-6 in the consolation round of the tournament. The Broncos scored 2 or more runs in each of the first 3 innings against the Ramblers, including a 4-run output in the bottom of the third. Melissa Palmer, Christina Pagozzi, and Sabrina Gamboa each drove in 2 runs, with Palmer going 3 for 4 and also scoring a pair. Colleen Lynch earned the win with 4 innings pitched in relief. Allison Kuss got the save. Baseball split a doubleheader on the road with the Cincinnati Bearcats on Saturday, winning in the nightcap with a score of 8-4. Jared Kajawa and Caleb Caton each drove in 2 runs, while Caton and Theo Piccirilli both recorded 2 knocks. Pat Haynes got the victory for the Broncos, coming in during the 5th and allowing just 1 run in 2.1 innings of relief. Gabe Berman closed the game with 2 innings of hitless relief. Hockey dropped a pair of games in the CCHA playoffs, losing to the Michigan Wolverines in a pair played at Lawson Ice Arena. Do not abandon hope yet, folks. The Broncos still have a shot at making the NCAA tournament, and when you're in a one-and-done situation, who knows, anything can happen. Women's basketball staged a furious comeback attempt in the second round of the 2013 MAC tournament, but fell just short in a 55-53 loss to the Bowling Green State Falcons at Quicken Loans Arena. The Broncos outscored the Falcons 34-18 in the second half, with Arielle Anderson, Markeisha Harris, and Miracle Woods each notching 12 points. Still, congratulations are in order to a young team under first-year head coach Shane Klipfel for earning their first trip to the Q since the 2008 season. Hopefully, we've got many more to come. And elsewhere in Bronco athletics, women's tennis dropped a pair of matches in the Lone Star State, losing to Houston and number 29 ranked Rice, each by 7-0 scores. And gymnastics dropped their season finale, losing to Bowling Green 195.175 to 192.950. And now let's take a look at the highlights from hockey from this past weekend. Bronco hockey hosting the Michigan Wolverines in the CCHA playoffs. Broncos trailed 2-0 in the second period, but Chase Balassi going to slip one past the goaltender to cut the Wolverines' lead to just 1 goal. They say the most dangerous lead in hockey is the 2-goal lead, and Colton Hargrove, he erased it with the shot to the top shelf. He made it 2-2. Michigan would take a 3-2 lead, but Josh Pitt would say, enough of that. Kenny Morrison at the point, gonna rip it. Pitt would deflect it in. The Broncos tied the game at 3. Michigan, however, would get a goal in the third period. They won the game 4-3. On to Saturday's game now. The Broncos looking to stay alive, wearing their GLI uniforms. They had a tip goal, but the Broncos would lose to the Wolverines by a final score of 2-1. That game left the Broncos waiting to see who they would play in the NCAA tournament. Still mathematically a shot at getting a game in Grand Rapids. All right, folks, let's take a look at what's coming up this week in Bronco athletics, including one major event at University Arena. That's right, gymnastics will welcome the rest of the Mid-American Conference to UA this weekend when they host the 2013 MAC Gymnastics Championships on Saturday. The meet is scheduled to begin at 2 p.m. The Broncos will look to secure a trip to the NCAA Championships with a strong showing at home, and we're hoping you'll come out to support your flipping Broncos this weekend. Coverage coming on WMUBroncos.com. Men's basketball will host the first round of the 2013 College Basketball Invitational presented by Buick on Wednesday when the 24-9 North Dakota State Bison come to University Arena. The Broncos will look to keep their resurgent 2012-13 season rolling. With a win, the Broncos will face either the Wyoming Cowboys or the Lehigh Mountain Hawks on Monday, probably on the road. Now, given the choice between a flight to Laramie, Wyoming or Easton, Pennsylvania, I'm going to be the world's biggest Mountain Hawks fan on Wednesday personally, but either team will present a great challenge for the Broncos. Men's tennis has two doubleheaders coming up this weekend as they ease themselves into conference play. They host the Kalamazoo College Hornets and the Ferris State Bulldogs on Thursday evening and will welcome Butler and Grand Valley State on Sunday afternoon. Hard to believe, but next week kicks off conference play for the Bronco men's tennis team. All four matches will have live stats available on WMUBroncos.com. Speaking of conference play, that's exactly what the WMU women's tennis team has to look forward to this weekend. They will host the Eastern Michigan Eagles and the Toledo Rockets at West Hills Athletic Club on Friday and Saturday, respectively. Both matches scheduled for 1 p.m. starts. And both of those matches will also feature live stats on WMUBroncos.com. It's nothing but MAC opponents the rest of the way for women's tennis. Baseball will also begin MAC competition this weekend when they travel to Northwest Ohio to take on the Bowling Green State Falcons in a 3-game series. First pitch is scheduled for 3 p.m. on Friday, 1 p.m. on Saturday, and 1 p.m. again on Sunday. And finally, track and field will be back in action this week when they go to the Victor Lopez Invitational hosted by Houston. It's a different sport when the track team finally makes its way outdoors, so here's hoping the fresh start means big things for the Broncos. And that's going to do it for us this week on Bronco Sports Weekly. I'm Sean Fagan saying join us again next week. Same Bronco time, same Bronco place.